Hey, I'm not sure who's still on here, but I had a few questions from the last video and I couldn't figure out how to find them. I wanted to answer those questions. I couldn't figure out how to find them. So if you're still on and you have questions, I'm here. Let's see if I can figure out how to chat viewing options, show live chat messages. Okay, yes. So, hey, I see I have someone on. So, if you had questions that you put up in the last video, I couldn't see them once the video ended. So, I want to answer questions. So, give me your questions. I have nothing prepared. I am just here to answer any question you have. So, what do you have? Hey. All right, let's see. All right, that's cool. Hey, so again, I'm Shamel. I'm sure if you're here, you already know who I am, but I just want to give you an opportunity to ask your questions. I think I had like 3 questions from the last video, but I don't know how to use YouTube like that. And once I finished that video, they were gone. I didn't know how to get them back. It was gone. So and I wanted to get the information that I had out to you without forgetting. So I didn't want to forget anything. So I'm just waiting for questions. Whatever you have, if you're typing, I'm probably going to wait around for about 10 minutes. If I don't get any questions after 10 minutes, I'm going to assume that you have no questions right now. And and then we'll just do this again another time. But questions. How government health insurance get affected when opening a used car dealership? Government health insurance gets affected. I'm not exactly sure what you mean. You mean you already have insurance or you want to get insurance? You already have insurance? Okay, you're on Medicaid or Medicare, something like that. I'm assuming. Just say, yes, I'm on Medicaid or Medicare, something like that. Family health insurance, like what? Can you do broker services, sell used cars under the same license? You can. I'm going to get back to the health question. Okay, yes. Okay, so 2 questions. So the Medicare, Medicaid. So how that can affect your business is it doesn't have to, because if you're running a business, you pay yourself a wage. Whatever that wage is, then that's what you report for your Medicaid, Medicare. So your business is earning the money, not you. So I show people how to, run their business, manage their business, set up their business. Your business is making the money, not you. Then you pay yourself a wage. What you pay yourself, it depends on you. If you want to pay yourself $10,000 a month, that's what you pay yourself. Or if you want to pay yourself $1,000 a month, that's what you pay yourself. Once you start making a whole lot of money, though, you won't necessarily need government insurance. So you can, pay for your own, or you can provide benefits for you and your employees. Does that answer your question? And while I'm waiting for your answer, I'm going to go on to the auto broker. So yes, the auto brokering license and the car dealer license is the same license. Basically, you have a license to sell cars. However you sell cars, that's your license. But there are some caveats. One is, if you have a wholesale license, okay, yes, thank you. Great. I'm glad that answers your question. If you have a wholesale license only, then that means you can only sell to other dealers. I don't understand for the life of me why people would get a wholesale only license. I like to have a lot of options, a lot of exit strategies. It seems to just limit the exit strategies to just have a wholesale only license, but there is a wholesale only license. However, if you have that, then you can only wholesale, meaning you cannot sell to any public person. You have to sell to a business, okay? But if you have a license where you can sell to the public, then you can auto broker, and you can hold inventory. So it's the same license, right? That's a good deal, right? So a lot of people I talk to, they get started in the business by auto brokering. That's not exactly how we got started, but yay, awesome. Okay, great. Any other questions? I'm just here to answer questions. Any other questions? Got your questions. So, what was I saying? I'm gonna ramble on for a little bit while I get some other questions. I was talking about um, selling, wholesaling. Uh, I forget what I was talking about. It's been a long day for me. Okay, I have someone else to come on. Questions. I'm answering questions. Whatever questions you have about the business and getting started. Whatever you have. Just give me your questions, because I had a couple of questions that came through during my last video. Do you prefer buying from auctions versus private seller? Yeah, totally. I prefer buying from the auctions, and let me tell you why. So, when we first got started, when I refer to we, I mean me and my ex-husband now. He was my husband at the time, but he would sell cars for extra money when we needed extra money. He always bought them from Craigslist. And so when we started our dealership, because we both got laid off around the same time, and I used to go out with him to the Craigslist appointments, and it was just such a waste of time, because let me just let you know, in the Atlanta area, I'm not sure if it's like this in other areas, but there are all these suburbs, and so the greatest deals are far away. However, you don't know it's a great deal until you go all the way out there, and then you figure out it's not a great deal. It's not what they said it was. They don't have the title or whatever. Now you have to come back home, or, search in the car or whatever, find another place. You can end up going to 2 and 3 places just to buy one car. You can buy 10 cars from the auction in one trip. I am all about maximizing my efforts. And to me, to run a business, I need to have inventory, and I need to get a lot of it. I need to get it fast. And the auction is a place to do that. I do not buy from private sellers in that way. Now, I have bought from private sellers, but because I have a business, people bring their car to me. I like that, because now I don't have to, remember, this is a game about time and money. I don't have to spend my time hunting a deal. So if you can have people bring you business, that I think is the way to be. The Craigslist or buying from private seller way is a great hustle, but it's a hustle, and hustles burn out. Was so burnt out by the whole Craigslist thing, and driving around the gas, and then you got to eat out while you're out, and so now you're eating poorly. It's just I didn't enjoy that at all. I enjoy the auction much better. Most of the times at the auction, they feed you. It's just it's a business savvy approach to getting inventory. So, any other questions? How much is your overhead every month? Well, I'm not sure that is, I can tell you how much my overhead is. I'm not sure that's going to answer your question. If you're trying to find out how much your overhead will be where you are, I need to know what state you're in. And I also need to know what your state requirements are. Yeah, very good point. I've only been into public auctions, so I need to try dealer auctions around Atlanta. Yes, public auctions. So this is a little secret that I found out about public auctions. They are where dealers go to dump their cars that they can't sell to people. So I would see the cars at the public auction from the dealer's auction, and I would see the same dealers. They would go and they would run their cars through at the public auction. And so I personally have not found a public auction with a whole lot of really good cars. The cars there are usually not in such great condition, because dealers take their cars there to get off of them. That is an exit strategy for dealers. That's just been my experience. Not sure that that's every public auction. Not sure that that's, the status quo, but that's just been my experience. I'm going to go back to the overhead. So, I sell mostly online. I have an office. My office is $295 a month. That's in the Atlanta area. And there are other offices that are cheaper than that. There are other offices that are more than that. We also had a lot, and our lot space was $1,500 a month. It was a small lot when we were first starting out, but it was $1,500 a month. And so I don't know if that helps to give you numbers on, what it would take. But again, I would need to know where you are to know how much your overhead would be. Oh, so then the office space. So then also part of the overhead is insurance. The bond is not monthly. The bond we pay every 2 years. So the bond is $800 every 2 years. It's based on your credit. It's based on if you've had claims before. It's based on a lot of things. Our insurance is $1,500 a month. Long Island, New York. Okay, I would definitely have to check and see what's going on in Long Island, and in terms of how much it would be for you. But our insurance is $1,500 a year. We pay that all at, well, I pay that all at one time. Me and my ex-husband used to pay it together. Now it's just me. Then, so then there's the insurance. And then there are also all kinds of little bitty fees. Like there is a dealer management software that helps to manage the inventory. That's $45 a month. And then there is a service to help print out the titles. I believe it's $20 a month. And just little service fees here and there. I want to say I know exactly how much it is, but since we're just talking right now, I don't have those numbers in front of me. But I would have to say it's probably less than $500 a month I pay currently right now for overhead in the Atlanta area. So I will check to see what it might be for you in Long Island, New York. Any more questions? I'm going to be on for probably another minute. Do you need a lot in order to hold inventory? Is there a max you can hold without a lot, only in office? So again, that's based on where you are. Here in Atlanta, you don't need a lot to hold inventory. You can have an office and hold inventory. Most people who have an office and hold inventory do two things. They have their inventory at their home, or they rent some kind of storage space for their cars. So when we first started out, again, we had an office space. Our office space, we could not hold any inventory there. So we had cars at home. Once we had 10 cars at one time, I found someone on Craigslist who was renting warehouse space, and we rented space for them for, I forget how much it was. I want to say it was $200 a month to hold our cars. And that's where we would have our customers come to view our cars. So again, it depends on what state you're in. I'm not sure if every state allows you to just have an office or if they require a lot. But I will find out if you let me know. Are you the Long Island, New York person? I can't remember. So if you are the Long Island, New York person, email me. My email will be in the description so I can remember. Yes. Okay, ATL. Okay, so if you're in ATL, Gabrielle, then yeah, ATL is really cool to get into the business, honestly, because you can get a really inexpensive office and you can hold inventory at home. And or you can rent a space somewhere to hold inventory, and it's really easy. So any more questions? I got about another minute. Another minute, or a couple of seconds if you don't have any questions. But if you have questions after this, that's good to know. Okay, cool. If you have questions after this, find me on Facebook. I have a private group that I'm starting to set up where I can answer questions. It's starting to get difficult for me to manage the questions that I get from the emails and from the videos, from the comments in the videos. So I want to put them in one place, and I can do that on Facebook very easily. So I'm starting up a private Facebook group. It's called Rich Part-Time Auto Dealers. And oh, great. No problem. So find that group, join, and you can ask me your questions there, and it helps me to manage them, okay? All right, so I'm going to sign off. It's been a pretty long day for me, but I did want to address the questions. I didn't want you to think that I forgot about you in the last video, okay? So again, find me on Facebook. Send me an email, the Long Island, New York person, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.